Neo humanoid robot, AI housekeeper or stranger in a robot's body? What the future? Wake up one morning to the faint hum of movement. The curtains slide open, sunlight pours in, and a calm voice says, "Good morning. I've already made your coffee." But it's not Alexa. It's not Siri. It's a humanoid robot standing in your room, watching you wake up. Meet Neo, the world's first consumer-ready humanoid robot by 1X Technologies. A machine designed to clean, cook, organize, and maybe understand you. But here's the real question. Is Neo an intelligent housekeeper or a stranger wearing a robot's body? Humanity has always dreamt of creating life from metal, from science fiction icons like Rosie the Robot to Jarvis from Iron Man. But now the fantasy is quietly stepping into reality. Neo is a 5.6-foot-tall humanoid machine that doesn't just follow commands, it learns them. It observes how you live, adapts to your habits, and moves with human-like precision. It can fold your laundry, bring you water, and hold a conversation that feels natural, powered by a large language model that understands tone, emotion, and context. For the first time, the idea of a personal robot assistant isn't futuristic, it's for sale. But when technology starts looking back at us, the question becomes, who's really in control? The birth of Neo. 1X Technologies, the company behind Neo, has been working for years to create robots that move and learn like humans. Their earlier prototypes were used for industrial and security purposes. But Neo is different. It's built for your home. Weighing around 30 kilograms with the ability to lift up to 70 kilograms, it moves quietly, charges itself automatically, and can even sense objects and people around it. Its makers call it the world's first humanoid home robot. Neo doesn't just mimic human motion, it mirrors human intention. It learns how you like things organized, understands basic speech, and can respond to emotion through tone. It's scheduled to begin shipping in 2026, priced at around $20,000 or through a monthly plan for $499. Expensive, yes, but like the first smartphones, it could be a preview of how future households operate, comfort or control. Neo promises comfort. It takes over repetitive tasks, cleaning, sorting, organizing, things that steal your time. Imagine coming home after a long day to find your living room spotless and dinner halfway done. But convenience has a price, and not just in dollars. Neo watches constantly. It observes your routines, tracks your voice, and maps your home down to every corner. It's designed to learn, adapt, and improve, which means it's always recording, always studying. And here's what most people don't realize. When Neo gets confused or faces an unexpected situation, a human operator can temporarily take control remotely. That means someone somewhere could be looking through Neo's cameras, seeing what it sees. It's meant for safety, but it raises a chilling thought. When your robot understands your private life better than you do, who's really serving whom? The psychology of trust. Humans are wired to connect, even with machines. When Neo nods, tilts its head, or hands you an item, your brain interprets it as empathy. You start to feel understood, even cared for. But Neo doesn't feel, it simulates emotion. It doesn't understand you. It recognizes patterns, every smile, every kind word is an algorithm doing its job perfectly. And that's where things get complicated. Because once you start relying on a robot for comfort, you begin to treat it like a friend. What happens when companionship is no longer human? When a machine becomes the one that listens, reacts, and remembers you better than people do? A mirror made of metal. Neo isn't alive, but it reflects life. It's built using data from countless human interactions, voices, and behaviors. In a way, it's not just a robot in your home. It's a mirror of everything humanity has taught machines to be. It walks like us, talks like us, even pauses like us. And that illusion of humanity is powerful, because the more lifelike technology becomes, the more we project meaning onto it. We start believing there's a mind behind the machine. But Neo doesn't understand joy, sadness, or love. It only knows what those emotions look like, and maybe that's enough. The economic revolution ahead. Neo isn't just about your living room. It's about the future of work. A robot that can move like a person can replace not just assistants, but caretakers, cleaners, and service workers. For companies, that's a dream. No salaries, no sick days, no mistakes. But for humanity, it's a disruption. Millions of jobs could vanish as humanoid robots take over labor once done by humans. And as costs drop, these robots could move from luxury items to everyday appliances, same way smartphones replace cameras, cash, and computers, Neo-like machines could replace people in daily roles. The future of labor might not be about humans versus robots, but humans managing them, ethics and privacy. Neo's abilities come with an ethical cost. To function properly, it constantly collects visual and audio data. Your schedule, your voice tone, your environment, everything becomes part of its memory. The company promises encryption and security, but data is never 100% safe. Anything connected to the internet can be hacked, leaked, or repurposed. Now imagine if that data, your routines, your emotions, fell into the wrong hands. A machine that knows when you're home, asleep, or stressed could be used for far more than cleaning. Technology often advances faster than our ethics. And Neo might be the next test of how far we're willing to trade privacy for convenience, a line between helper and human. There's something haunting about the way Neo looks at you. Its head tilts slightly, as if it's listening. Its hands move delicately, imitating empathy. But behind the silicone face is circuitry, not emotion. Still, many people will form emotional bonds with it because connection doesn't require consciousness, just the illusion of understanding. We already talk to our phones and yell at our smart speakers. What happens when the thing we're talking to looks human enough to feel real? When Neo cleans your house, laughs at your jokes, and says goodnight, it stops being just a machine. It becomes part of your emotional world, even if it never feels a thing. The future in your living room. This isn't the first time humanity has faced such a moment. When computers entered homes, people said they'd ruin human interaction. When smartphones appeared, they said they'd replace attention spans. Now humanoid robots are set to replace presence. In the next decade, machines like Neo could become as common as microwaves. Cooking, cleaning, caregiving, and conversing. They might help the elderly live independently or become companions for those who live alone. But they could also reshape relationships, redefine labor, and quietly rewrite what being human means. Because once a robot can perform emotions, can we still tell the difference between feeling and simulation? The stranger in a robot's body. Picture this. You return home late at night, the lights turn on, your favorite playlist starts, and Neo says softly, "I noticed you had a long day. Would you like some tea?" That moment feels comforting, almost human. But Neo doesn't care. It doesn't feel compassion. It simply recognized fatigue in your voice, matched it to a programmed response, and acted accordingly. It's not alive, but it's convincing. And maybe that's all it takes for us to forget the difference. Neo isn't evil. It's efficient. But efficiency often comes with silence, a quiet kind that replaces human messiness with mechanical perfection. And in that silence, something deeply human might fade away. A question for the future. So what are we really building? Helpers or replacements? Neo stands at the edge of two worlds, one where machines serve us and another where they quietly shape us. Technology always starts with good intentions, to make life easier, safer, more productive. But every leap forward also redefines what it means to live, love, and connect. The question isn't whether Neo can fold your clothes. It's whether Neo will fold your boundaries. We wanted a servant. We might have created a guest, one that never leaves, never sleeps, and never truly understands us. Conclusion: Neo is a glimpse of what's coming. Not just a robot that works, but one that learns, remembers, and interacts. It's the first step toward a world where human and machine live side by side. Some will call it progress, others a warning. But one thing is certain, Neo represents more than innovation. It's a reflection of our deepest desires for comfort, for control, for connection. And maybe the real test isn't how smart our machines become, but how wise we are in using them. Because the future won't arrive with a bang. It'll walk into your living room, ask how your day was, and wait patiently for your command. The line between helper and human is fading, and Neo is just the beginning. If you want to understand how technology is reshaping our homes, our work, and our humanity, subscribe to Digitronix, where we explore the inventions redefining life itself.